Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2021 Team Novo Nordisk presentation. My name is Zylan van Eyck. I'm head of digital and creative at Team Novo Nordisk, and I'll be your host tonight. 2021, this is a very special year for the team, and we'll be finding out over the next 30 minutes or so why that is. We've got some very special guests for you today. First and foremost, Phil Sutherland, the co-founder and CEO of Team Novo Nordisk. Phil will take us through the team's vision for the year and why this is such a special year for us. Vasily Davydenko, Vas as we call him, Senior Vice President of Athletics and the General Manager. Vas is actually with the team currently in Spain at the training camp, and he'll be taking us through what a training camp is, how it's been going, and he'll also be talking about how the team juggles COVID challenges and so forth. We'll have a word from our wonderful sponsor at Novo Nordisk, and then the head of performance, Federico Fontana, who I'm particularly keen to hear from today, will be talking about how you get an athlete living with type 1 diabetes into a high performance environment. And then, as I call them, our special guests today, Charles Planet and Logan Pippin, two of our professional athletes, will be joining us. So I'll be putting them through some dangerous Q&As a little later on. Before we crack on, let's watch this video and find out what we're about.
At 16 years old, I focused exclusively on cycling, and I actually knew I had something because the first race I entered, I won. I kept progressing, ended up signing for one of Ireland's best teams, really. Unfortunately then, I ended up having some routine blood tests, and they showed up abnormal blood sugar levels. In the hospital, the diabetes consultant actually told me that extreme levels of exercise could complicate my diabetes management.
When I was diagnosed, in the hospital room, a nurse came and told me what was my lifestyle, no? And I told her that I was a professional cyclist. And she laughed and said, "You can go study now because your cycling career is over." We encourage those people living with diabetes to pursue their dreams.
Within 24 hours of even being diagnosed, I was online doing some research and found out about Team Novo Nordisk online.
The team gave me hope and showed me I can still have the life I dream of. Now I'm happy. We get to do the same for others. I literally think about our supporters living with diabetes in the middle of the race. Me da una marcha extra.
When the team started, 75% of our athletes were being told they could never compete professionally. In 2019, none of our professional athletes were getting told that. My hope for someone getting diagnosed today is to receive a message different to the one I received. A message of hope.
I've seen that many times, but it still gives me goosebumps. If you are watching at home, please comment, engage with us. We'd love to hear from you today. Now, I'd like to welcome the head of this inspiring organization, Phil Sutherland, the co-founder and CEO of Team Novo Nordisk. Phil, you're here to take us through why 2021 is such a special year for us.
Thank you so much, Zylan. 2021 is a year that we've been eyeing for many years here at Team Novo Nordisk, and before that, Team Type 1. It's the 100th anniversary of the invention of insulin, the 100th anniversary of life for people with diabetes. And thanks to Team Novo Nordisk, the next 100 years are going to be a life and dreams for everyone in the world affected by diabetes. But this year is, it's special to think that 100 years ago, if you were diagnosed with diabetes, you'd be dead within days. And thanks to the advancements in treatment, the invention of insulin, bringing that to market, bringing that to the European market, the invention of blood glucose testing, and then to continuous glucose monitoring, the world now for people with diabetes is a world of hope. It's a world of dreams, and it's a world of what's possible. And a large part of that is these amazing athletes of Team Novo Nordisk who work and achieve their dreams, live their dreams on a daily basis, not just for self-fulfillment, but to inspire, educate, and empower everyone in the world affected by diabetes. And we would not be here if it was not for our amazing sponsor, Novo Nordisk. This is our 9th year together, 9th year of changing diabetes. And to think that Novo Nordisk has been able to show us this wonderful support. I must say big thanks to the leadership team for their continuation, taking us to 2023 at a minimum. But they wouldn't be able to do that if it were not for the 43,000 employees at Novo Nordisk who each and every day go to work with a passion that we're here to change diabetes. And they couldn't do that if it wasn't for the 25 million plus people around the world using the products of Novo Nordisk. And really, that's why we're here. We were here for the kid who was told, as you saw, Stephen Clancy, David Lozano, many others, who used to be told your life is over because of diabetes. It's a different time now. It's a time for life. It's time for hope. And now kids are getting diagnosed with diabetes, and before they've left the hospital, they've signed up for a Talent ID camp. And the riders on this team, they have such heart, such soul, and such drive to make a difference for others, just like this team made a difference for them, that we're just here to pay it forward. As I said, it's the 9th year for Team Novo Nordisk. We've got nearly 9 million fans on social media. We've got big goals, big objectives, and 9 has always been a lucky year for me. So, you're heard it here first. We've been in breakaways, we've been on podiums, but this year we are more motivated than ever to stand on the top step of the podium, to put our hands in the air at the end of the races, to show what's possible. I find cycling and diabetes have parallels. You have to make a lot of mistakes to succeed. In cycling, you fail 99% of the time. And it's all of those failures that you learn from that make you smarter, make you more intelligent, make you more informed about the next set of decisions to succeed the next time in that same circumstance. And it's no different than diabetes, right? You inject food and then inject insulin for food, you're too high. So why? So you fail, and then you are a little bit more informed the next time, and you make a better decision the next time, and you have better control the next time. And that constant pursuit of perfection, I think, is what drives us all. It's what unites us all. And we are a team of champions. And I say that because diabetes only chooses the champions. If you have diabetes, if you have type 1 diabetes, if you have type 2 diabetes, if you have some other rare form of diabetes, you were chosen because diabetes saw the champion within you. And I think now is the time where glucose testing is becoming much more prevalent in the non-diabetic market. And it's the people with diabetes who have the chance to be not just ambassadors of overcoming to live a great life and pursue dreams, but really ambassadors of health for your own self, for your family, for your friends. Because for many years, we've seen the data of what happens when you make good decisions. And then we know the consequence of what you don't from a glucose control standpoint. Now it's time for us to educate the rest of the world on what it takes to be healthy. Get out there and be active. Exercise 5-6 days a week if you can. Set a goal. Is that run your first 5K, ride your first 100 miles, 100 kilometers, whatever that might be. Set a goal and work towards that goal, and know that the athletes of Team Novo Nordisk are there leading you out every step of the way. These gentlemen will race in some of the biggest races this year. We've got a few athletes, Mandy Marquette, working to make it to Tokyo. Mateusz Rudiek from Poland, who's qualified for Tokyo. And the 17 athletes on Team Novo Nordisk who are going to work their butts off this year for the sake of victory, for the sake of hope, for the sake of inspiration, and proving to everyone out there that no matter what it is that you have as a person to overcome, if you embrace that, what used to be a weakness, what used to be a setback, and use that difference that you have as your difference of strength, then you can achieve anything. So as I always say, go out there, ride fast, dream big, and know that Team Novo Nordisk is with you every step of the way as you go out there to be the best of yourself in 2021. So for everyone out there with diabetes, for everyone out there affected by diabetes, which is all of us, 7 billion in the world, let's dream big, let's be healthy, let's be happy. And I think most importantly in this day and age, let's be kind to each other, because when we unite, we're strong. And when we're strong, we're powerful. And with great power, we can change the world. So let's do that together. So I look forward to the rest of the program. Thank you all for joining us so far. And I'm going to hand it back off to you, Xylon, to introduce the true stars of the show and see how we race to change diabetes day after day.
I love that, because one of our values and targets this year is really to inspire people to be more active and to be more healthy. And you're a retired professional cyclist, but you still ride your bike 5-6 days a week because you've seen how much value that adds to your health, and you really live what you speak. So we want to inspire people with that this year. So thank you for that. And as you mentioned, Novo Nordisk last year announced their commitment to the team through 2023, when many others have been struggling. They've showed that they're committed to changing diabetes, and we love having such a valued partner. So without further ado, let's have a word from our sponsor. We'll hear from Martin Nordenmark, who is the team leader for sponsorships and volunteering at Novo Nordisk.
Hello, everyone. I want you to imagine for a moment that you were diagnosed with diabetes. Not today, but 100 years ago. 100 years ago, before the discovery of insulin, a diagnosis of diabetes was a certain death sentence. In 1921, Canadian researchers discovered insulin, which led to the treatment of diabetes. Now people could actually survive diabetes. It did not mean that they were thriving, but they were surviving. The discovery of insulin also sparked the founding of Novo Nordisk. And ever since then, we have been dedicated to defeating diabetes through research and innovation. Look how far we've come today. Today we have an all-diabetes professional cycling team with athletes from all over the world racing at the highest level of the sport to show that nothing is impossible. They inspire, they educate and empower everyone affected by diabetes all over the world. They bring hope to families whose family member has been diagnosed with diabetes, to show them that nothing is impossible, to pursue your dreams. I cannot tell you how proud we are of the partnership we've had with Team Novo Nordisk since 2012. Let's cheer on the Team Novo Nordisk for the 2021 season. Let's all celebrate the discovery of insulin throughout this year with the best season the team has ever had. Thank you.
We could not do what we do without Novo Nordisk. So once again, we thank them for the valued partner, and we're celebrating 100 years today. So we're about to show you, already saw comments from our Goosebump videos earlier. We're about to show you another Goosebump video celebrating 100 years since the discovery of insulin. And Novo Nordisk is one of the companies who were there from almost the very beginning. So this is one of my favorite videos. Enjoy.
100 years ago, type 1 diabetes in children almost certainly meant death. Today, we can live as professional athletes racing with type 1 diabetes at the top of the sport thanks to the discovery of insulin. Groundbreaking medical innovation has allowed us to live out our dream as professional athletes whilst also inspiring others to live out their dreams with type 1 diabetes.
Novo Nordisk has been one of the insulin innovators right from the very beginning. They've helped to change the world and reshape what it means to live with diabetes.
My father has type 1 diabetes, and when he was young, his management of the disease was just a disaster. When I was diagnosed, my mom was really scared because she thought I was going to be the same. But through managing my diabetes well and living a healthy lifestyle, I helped my father to live a better life.
As professional cyclists, we have first-hand experience in the role that exercise plays in managing diabetes. Whether you're type 1, type 2, pre-diabetes, even no diabetes at all, You will all benefit from exercise.
We race to inspire, educate and empower everyone affected by diabetes around the world as we race against the world's best cyclists.
Today, start dreaming about what's possible with diabetes.
"2021, it's going to be a special year, and we welcome one of the men in management now who's responsible for getting the team in tip-top shape and getting them on the road. Vasily Davydenko, very well known in cycling circles as a former professional cyclist himself. Vas, you're actually joining us from the team camp in Spain. How is the team camp going? And for many of our viewers watching around the world, they've never been to a professional cycling team's training camp yet. What happens at a training camp?
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining our presentation. Spain, beautiful place, beautiful weather, day number 7, and guys getting miles in their legs, a lot of meetings, a lot of preparation for this special year, and of course, a lot of challenges too. Challenges like, firstly, to keep everyone healthy during the season, about traveling because many countries put restrictions, and in general how this year gonna be. But that's gonna be next. Today we're at training camp and everything is moving as we've been planning. Everyone doing what they're supposed to do, race at training and preparation, and to be ready for the first race of the season, which will be in March in Italy, Trofeo Lagueglia. Yes, we do have a lot of challenges. A lot of this year is a unique year for us. We want to achieve big goals, but how gonna be in the future? In 1 month from now, in 2 months, can we travel? What we expect in the near future? I think we've been always like thinking positive, and I think right now, like, team in a good place. It's entire hotel just for us. We create this bubble for our riders. Then when they go home, they will be in the bubble at home too. And then finally, when they go to the races, they will be in the race bubble. So we always think positive. And this year, it's a unique year for us. We want to perform well. We want to be on the podium, and we want to win races. The plan is to participate about between 80 and 100 race days, and the strategy is to begin with European calendar from Italy, and then by May probably we go abroad. Probably we go in Asia or even in Africa or South North America. But the first 3 months will be primary focus on European calendar, where we can keep riders safe, we can travel, and restrictions pretty much in European Union, we can move around pretty safely. So it's gonna be interesting season, and all I can say, guys are ready. They performing great at this time. We compare data from the past year, and we see growing, and we see development. We also have new riders, 2 riders joining our team, neo pros. And in total, we'll have 17 riders this season. So this season, we hope we'll end in late of October. From March till October, we're gonna keep you busy following us. We hope so. And yes, just please come to our races when it's safe to come, and just follow us on the social media. And from our side, we do everything to protect our riders, to get them ready, and to prepare them for a win. We're going to win this season. So just follow up, and we're looking forward to see our fans at one point at the races when it's safe. And thank you.
Thank you very much, Vas. I have a lot of respect for the logistics team. I mean, just to get a bicycle team racing across the world, across continents, we're talking vehicles, we're talking buses, we're talking loads of equipment in bicycles, and then still shipping human beings around. It's an incredible, intricate thing, and obviously the COVID pandemic adds so much complexity to that. So well done for keeping everyone safe and getting everyone prepared for the season. It is an incredible job. And you've mentioned we're going to win races this year. We're going to be on the podium. One man who is responsible for that, and don't want to put too much pressure on you, Fede. We'd welcome now Federico Fontana, who is the head of performance. I'm particularly interested in hearing from you, Fede, because you're a coach, who is overseeing the well-being of high-level athletes living with type 1 diabetes. Can you give us a bit of insight into your work, please?
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks for the nice introduction. And thanks everyone for joining us and being the voice of the team in the world, essentially. So as an exercise physiologist and a man on the field, I clearly see what's the uniqueness of this team. Living and competing with type 1 diabetes is a challenging task, but it's also very, very fascinating from my own perspective. So it gives us a way to show what is possible and to surf the edge of what means living and competing with a life-challenging burden. So what we do is just trying to create a culture of excellence. And that's down to a team effort. And every person in the organization has a unique role in understanding and delivering what they have to do on a daily basis. So my role is really about connecting the dots here, understanding what is possible, what is reasonable, and what to avoid as well from a performance perspective. Because by definition, performance is just a progress, and progress means moving onward toward a specific destination. And our destination is to make these guys performing at their very best, to inspire, educate, and empower people living with type 1 diabetes. And it's down to optimizing a daily routine. So creating this routine about diabetes management, about excellence in performance, training, testing, racing. It's essentially our journey here at the Team Novo Nordisk.
Fede, we've got a question here from Alfredo Aranda. He says, "Hi, how do the cyclists know how many carbohydrates they must eat and drink during training? And do they drink energetic drinks?" I'm sure you can't go into too many details, but maybe you can give us some insights into that.
So yes, so we have a department that is taking care of the whole nutritional approach. Since we know that there is a very close relationship between energy intake and then the ability of the body to perform, it has to be a very tailored and educated approach. So we base the knowledge out of the scientific evidences and customizing it down to the single individual. So everyone in the team, every athlete has his own strategy, and together with the medical team and the nutritional team and the research team, we try to approach every individual kind of in a unique way to understand body needs to make the body working at its best, actually. So just in general, carbohydrate intake is, of course, very, very important. It has a dual role here in delivering energy, but also controlling glycemia, as in type 1 diabetes. So it's a key, actually, factor in performing.
Thank you very much, Fede. And I know that you've learned a lot over the last few years, and you've been great at sharing that with our community. So I personally want to thank you for that, man. And you can see all the comments, people are tuning in from everywhere. That is what we're about. We're about community. But let's get the stuff out the way now. Let's bring in the stars of the show, as I like to call them. I just want to have a quick chat with Charles Planet and Logan Pippin, two of our professional cyclists. Charles has been on the team a number of years. Logan's turning professional this year at the age of 29, which is just wonderful. Charles, I'm going to start with you. A little birdie at camp told me that you've arrived at the training camp with some flying legs, with really good legs on the bike. Is that true?
Yeah, I've been doing really good winter this year, past months. So I'm here with really good legs, really enjoying the sun in Spain, and putting some good miles in the legs with the team. So it's been an amazing time here. 2 more days to put some more kilometer in the legs before going back home in the cold, and really looking forward to start the season really soon in Italy.
You've been on the team for a number of years now. Is it still easy to stay motivated to do this job, to arrive at the start of every year and be fully motivated? Is that easy?
Yeah, so it's gonna be my eighth season with the team, and actually, I'm living my dream. Cycling is kind of all my life. I really enjoy riding my bike, and more than ever before, I'm really happy with what I do. I know the chance I have to ride my bike and every day, and to also have a mission to educate, empower, and inspire the people affected by diabetes. So I'm always really motivated, and this year, as I said, more than ever before. So I just want to start the race, and I'm sure we're gonna have a nice season all together with the team.
And I know that you live what you're saying, racing for our mission, because there's been interest from other teams for you because of your amazing performances, and they've wanted to sign you, but you've stayed here and you've renewed your contract till 2023. You've committed to that. How does it feel racing with changing diabetes on your kit when you're in the breakaway, when you're in the final of the race? Does it give you that extra gear?
Yeah, I feel here really at home. Let's say it's my second home, this team. I've been here since the beginning. I learn everything with them. I really enjoy being with them. As I said, I'm really motivated also because the atmosphere in the team, it's always nice. I will call my teammate my friend, so which make a big difference. And I'm always super happy to go to the race with them. We have an amazing staff, amazing rider, and for me, the atmosphere of the team is one of the main things to be happy and to give my maximum. So I'm really proud to wear for the next 3 years this jersey, and I will do my best to win a race this season and to make everyone proud.
Thank you, Charles. Logan, I'm very interested to hear from you because at the age of 29, you're turning professional. You've had this bicycle dream since you've been a child. You've worked in bike shops. You sort of gave it up for a while, and diabetes reignited that dream for you. Can you tell us a little bit about your story?
Yeah, thank you, Zolan. Yeah, I mean, from the time that I was a little kid, I always loved bicycles. It's something that was a huge factor in my life and a motivating factor in my life from the time I was 9 years old and watching the Tour and Paris-Roubaix. And so it's something that I always wanted for myself, to be a professional and have that kind of life. And yeah, I was following that until I was 21, 22, and then I had a serious injury to my spine and stopped racing for a while and took up yoga and meditation. And it was during after that period when I'd come back from India that my body started to deteriorate. And around that time, I was diagnosed with type 1. And it was in that moment that the doctor, I'm in the ER, and the doctor says, well, this is an easy diagnosis. You have type 1 diabetes. And it was amazing. It's like, all right, time to get back into what my real desires and passions are in life, and that's cycling. And so, it's nice now turning professional with Team Novo Nordisk, because for me, being diagnosed with type 1 was like a rebirth into my life. And so to now be turning professional at the 100th year of since the discovery of insulin, it provides some meaning to what I'm doing now and provides meaning to being professional now in this very special year.
That gives me goosebumps, man. And you've been at the camp for just under a week now. Are you intimidated by the guys around you? You've been professionals for a while. How's training been going?
It's intimidating until we all just end up cracking up over the same jokes and having the same laughs on training rides. And it's challenging. I'm in a tough training group with Charles, and so when him and David are on the front, it's challenging. But for us, that's what motivates us. We're here because we enjoy being challenged, and that's what we live for. And reaching a level of success within those challenges is really a part of our ambition, I think.
Well, yeah, thank you for going out there and suffering, guys. You see the comments coming in from all over the world. You know, we've got an amazing community, and it's because of what you guys do. You're willing to go out there day after day and suffer and put yourself through the pain. And when we say we're going to be on the podium this year, we really believe it, man. So wish you everything of the best for the season.
Thank you. We'll deliver it.
Just before we wrap up, thank you so much for tuning in. It's really wonderful to have all of you guys here. We'll just get some final remarks from Phil, the co-founder and the CEO. Phil, maybe there's just some final words you'd like to wrap up on.
Yeah, first off, thanks to everyone who joined today and the comments. I've been looking at them throughout. It's just, you are the reason we're here. If it wasn't for fans telling us what a difference we made in their lives, for kids with diabetes signing up for the Talent ID camps to have the dream to be like Charles and be like Logan, and all the other amazing athletes on our team, we would not be here. So we're grateful to you. Again, big thanks to Novo Nordisk, to all of our sponsors, to Colnago, Lululemon, Shimano, Morton, and many, many, many more that have been a part of this dream. And all those who have supported us have supported the athletes of this team pursuing their dreams, living their dreams, achieving their dreams, and you push us all to dream a little bit bigger. So to all the athletes of Team Novo Nordisk, I thank you. You're the heroes that I wish I had as a kid growing up, but you're now the heroes that the world does have today. And please, to everyone out there, know that the athletes of this team take that responsibility with great pride. And if they can change one life this year, then we succeed. If we can change 1 million lives this year, we succeed more. So let's all live a healthy life. Let's live a happy life. Let's go ride our bikes. And we'll be changing diabetes. This year is to honor Banting, Best, and McLeod for the Nobel Prize that they won in 21 for giving us life. And because we have life, we can now deliver hope, and we're grateful. So this whole year is about celebrating those three amazing gentlemen and the gift that they gave all of us with diabetes all over the world. And we at Team Novo Nordisk are going to take that gift and try to make as much noise, give as much hope, as much inspiration to all of you out there. So as Vasily said, follow us, find us, reach out to us. If you need some help, we're here to help. And to the boys of Team Novo Nordisk and Mandy and Mateus, best of luck to you and the most successful year we've ever had, and changing diabetes for the world and leading to a better health, not just for our brethren with diabetes, our family with diabetes, but for everyone out there in the world. I think we can all use a little inspiration today. And I thank you for the suffering you do. And Logan, good luck chasing Charlie, because I know that's not easy. And you can't push the team card like I can. So guys, have a great rest of the camp. Full gas. 2021 is our year. Let's do it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Visit our brand new website, teamnovonordisk.com. That's the best resource to reach out, to learn, to be educated, and to follow the guys racing all over the world. Thank you for tuning in from all over the world. It's wonderful having you here. We'll see you on the road in 2021.